Oh, the boy K Dizzle. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. It's your boy T Parks reporting live, flying high in the sky, taking a drive. I hope y'all enjoy the ride. We're going to take a cruise and go flying today. This What's going on with the boy K Dizzle? Faux shizzle. Can you hear me, my nizzle? Check, check. My mic working. Alright, let's see what this flight simulator is all about. K Dizzle, chime in whenever you come back. What's going on with the boy K Dizzle? For shizzle. My nizzle. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I'm hopping into this flight simulator right now, seeing what this is all about. I don't know, it's my first time hopping in, so I'm loading up right now, messing with the settings, streaming on all platforms. So if you really want to see what it look like, you can see. World up. Oh, you tried it? Okay. Let's see, satellite data streaming recommended for the best visual experience. No world streaming for slow internet connections. I got good internet connection. Give me the best of the best. Stop playing. How's everything going over there, K Dizzle? Alright, let me see if I can find where we're going real quick. Flight training. Learn fundamental skills and techniques to fly like a professional. Enjoy easy airborne flight around iconic and beautiful locations. The world map. Create a flight plan and explore the world in free flight mode. Okay. I wonder if it's a flat Earth or a round Earth. Like, which way can I get from point A to point B? I'm definitely, you know what, let's just discover some things first, and then I'll make my own flight plan. Where should we go? Mount Everest, Giza, Egypt, Bora Bora, Naples, Italy, Rio de, I don't know what that says, but it's in Brazil, New York, United States of America. Dang, there's so many places to go. Madrid, Spain, New Zealand, Germany. Oh man. Alright, let's I don't know, it's a tough decision. What do you think, Ian? Let's go to Naples, Italy. I've never been to Italy. Alright, radar axis right, radar axis left. We're about to crash. I didn't take no crash courses yet. Increase throttle, decrease throttle, brakes, free look. Alright, yep. Ready to fly. Oh yeah. Oh snap. Alright, yeah. Let's fly down and see the islet of Nizida. Oh, I killed everybody. Yeah, because I just wanted to start with like a free flight. Just so I could, you know, just... Let's stop down and see the island of death. Alright, let's try it again. Just pulled a little bit too close. Alright, let's try to get a little bit better at it. There we go. Oh yeah, K-Dizzle, you didn't even see my new setup. Got new. I got some stuff hung up now. You looking at it right now? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm streaming right now. But I got a couple parkour hung up, some parkour stuff. I got a super cool poster hanging up, which you have to see yourself. I don't want to ruin the surprise. You're flying close. Maybe let's go a little bit higher. Oh, wait, why am I stalling? Oh, I killed everybody again. What's going on with the boy Sean Brock? I see you in there, my dog. Are you at work? Oh, that's my boy though. How's work been going, man? I'm in here, you know, just flying planes. We're in Italy. You might take the trip with us. I'm trying not to kill everybody this time. I think. But it won't let you play it. Like it's loading. It's just a picture. It's on Twitch too, YouTube. I don't know. The boy Sean Brock. How's that new job going, man? I be seeing you. I be seeing you with your babies. Started a Good Fathers page, man. So we gotta represent the good fathers of America, man. Out here representing for the good dads. Doing the thing, my boy. Parkour TV. So right stick is how I can see stuff without moving the plane. There we go. Yep. And boom. Oh, I don't know how big or small I am. You probably can't even see what the poster is. Yes, sir. You see him glowing though? You see Tweety glowing in the dark? Yeah, I got the parkour here. I got parkour hung up over there. You know, I'll switch it so I can shit. Yeah, look, I got the whole setup, y'all, while we're flying over Italy, real quick, cause I've been telling her. I ain't telling nobody actually. I'm lying. Boom. Add a little bit of light for you. Check it out. Tweety Bird, the parkour hat collection. You know what I mean? I got welcome SpongeBob. Make sure I'm not about to crash first. Alright. SpongeBob, you know. A little bit of Baby Yoda. Represent the new setup. Really make it home. Back to this flight plan. Yeah, I'm getting good. I was flying with no hands right there, boy. Yeah, my ring light's messed up though. Alright. Let's take a detour. I wonder if this is crazy. This is really what Italy looked like too, I'm sure. Oh, let me practice landing real quick. I can't scroll for my... Oh. What's that MLB game looking like? This is a little bit difficult. Oh, I'm so far away from the ground. I thought I was about to land. I wasn't even close. Dang. Put that. All right, at least I know how to put the engine back up, so I ain't about to crash this time. The first two times I stalled out because I just didn't have the engine going at all. Alright. Lost the airport. There it is. We're hitting some turbulence. Oh, I didn't slow the engines down. Oh. Slow down. Oh. Take it back up. Take it back up. He saved us. He saved us. Pull it together, pull it together. He almost killed us. I said there was turbulence. I tried to let him know. Oh, so my engine just be going out sometimes. What does stall mean? Too high, too fast. We're gonna land on this road. That's not a good idea. That's not what a real pilot would do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, let's turn it back around. Try to land one more time. Oh, I'm stalling out. Well, because I have to turn like... Oh. I got this saving lives thing down packed. Alright, let me take it up a little bit so I get some. Whoa. It's hard to tell like how close. I need to be in the cockpit, that's what it is. Ooh. Alright. Let's learn how to fly. I'm out here. I ain't trying to be responsible for nobody's lives no more. Let's go to flight training. Basic handling. Introduction. Aircraft essentials. You really gotta turn it. Throttle is a command. Learn how to take off. What you eating? Okay. Let's do it.
Let's talk about
I'm in
the
the plane
throttle.
now.
If you
Let's
have
talk
the
about the
need
throttle.
for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. In the Cessna 152, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer. Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800.
1800. Where do I see 1800? Maintain cruise to 1800. Where is 1800? I don't see 1800. We're gonna die. I should have read the thermometer. You really couldn't just be up here if you don't know what you're doing, because I don't know what you mean by 1800.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation. Pull
I
back
put the
on
plane
the
in a
throttle
dangerous
to
situation.
reduce RPM to 1800.
To reduce or set 1800 RPM by reducing power.
Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing.
Yeah, but I don't see nothing about 1800. Maintain
Excellent.
cruise altitude line.
Okay,
Oh, I
let's
killed
throttle
that.
back up to
You see me
2100
killing that? I don't
RPM.
know what I did, but I did it though. Set 24 RPM by increasing power.
Your speed is increasing now. As long as you maintain the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well.
Okay.
Nice.
You're welcome.
That was excellent.
I'm out here
Piston
flying
planes like this
planes, baby.
Cessna. It's common to have power targets defined in RPM.
Hey, we got an A plus. We got an A. That's what I'm talking about. You know, back in the day, my mama wouldn't let me bring home anything less than an A. You know, or I got grounded and had to quit sports. But you see what I'm doing? 88,618 points. Best score. Period. All day, every day, all A's. All right, 12% mastered. No, I want to learn how to take off. Practice getting in the air safely. Maneuver from parking space to runway. We can maneuver from parking space to runway. But yeah, I figured the shelving would add extra, you know, background to it. So I got a whole background now, opposed to just a blank wall. And I put the LED lights on the shelf too, opposed to around my black desk.
Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing. Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway. Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right. Unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet.
With the throttle.
Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake.
My parking brake over here. This is my parking brake. Okay. Now gently increase the throttle.
Now, gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving.
Oh. Wait, is this my throttle? No, where's my throttle? Get out of here, mixture.
Add power to start taxiing. All right.
Oh wait, I can't see.
Use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. As you increase power, watch the tachometer and make sure to stay around 1,000 RPM.
Oh, stop. Oh, I was doing it right. At least I think. Oh, yeah, what? Let me test the brakes. Let me just test the brakes real quick.
The brakes.
Yeah, let me just test the brakes. Yep. Yep, because I was trained on this. Alright, brakes work. Yep.
Good. Brakes checked. Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes.
Okay.
See the crossing in front of us?
Do that.
Stop before it as if traffic was coming off the runway.
Turn off my emergency brake, which is not on. Off. Let me turn on my throttle a little bit. Let me just increase the throttle just a little bit. You know, not too much. Come on. Hey, we're getting this flying thing down, packed. Bro, we don't gotta drive to Florida no more. I just gotta buy a little plane. Oh stop! All right, we might have to drive for a little bit.
Watch your speed.
We gotta look.
Unfortunately, one of your crossed out of the taxiway.
Yeah, I forgot to stop.
Taxi to the next
I
exit,
got too
then come to a
excited.
stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us? Stop before it as if traffic was coming off the runway. Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway. All right, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport near the head of runway 21. Stay as
All right,
close
let's
as
try this
possible
one.
to the taxiway center marked by the yellow line. And watch your speed.
Let me check my gauges real quick, because I know what all of them mean. Yeah. We got some music in here. You know, you'd think the cockpit would have some, music. Right.
Watch your speed. After the right turn, come to a stop before
After
the
the
hold
right
short
turn.
point and prep for takeoff.
Alright, so that's the whole point. Come on. Keep going. Alright, so I need to get a little bit more throttle to pull in there. Come on. Yeah, just ease me in there. Yep, ease me in there. Yeah. Am I in there? Yeah, just ease me in there, right on in there. Professional. Boom.
You mastered that lesson. The next
Okay,
challenge
keep it
will
under
be
control.
to keep the aircraft under control
Ooh.
while at full throttle for takeoff.
Ooh. 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 Aim plus. Kill him. Alright, training menu. Alright. 14% mastered the takeoff and landing. What was the next one then? Takeoff. Let's get the takeoff down pack. Yeah, because then I'll be able to set my own flight plans. Take a trip whenever I want. And guess what? Y'all get to go with me. Ride out together. Keep it smooth. Take a flight, Alright, here we go. Runway elevation 5,500 feet. Indicated airspeed 0 KIAS. Heading 122 degrees. Alright, now that I know all the specifics.
There's an old saying I like. A mile of road will
I
take
like
you a
that.
mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there
Always
are
take
a
off
few
into the
key
wind.
points to remember. First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we
See the
always make
vehicle
sure
on the
it's
runway.
clear. Check to the right to see if a
Check both
vehicle
left
is on the
and right.
runway. And to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching.
Alright.
Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the
Just
plane
after
with
the
the
number
center
21.
line.
I got you.
Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Don't worry, don't worry. Let me turn this throttle down real quick because there's a lot of power. Oh, 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 oh. Alright, I don't think I made it in. Nope. Is there a reverse button on this thing? No. Slightly increased power by holding in line aircraft in the center. Right. I heard you the first time.
Let's position the plane for takeoff.
Yep. Just out here doing donuts in my in my airplane.
Let's position the plane for takeoff. Keep working on it. You'll get better. All right, let's do this. Apply full power and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go. Use your rudders to stay on the center line and keep pushing power.
I reached
until you reach
55 knots. Got it. Gently pull back on the yoke.
Good. Now gently
I
pull
pulled
back
the
on
yoke. We yoking. We yoked it. I'm
Pull
yoked.
back on the yoke and we're airborne.
That's a couple of inches above
Line
the
up the
horizon.
top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude.
210
Focus on flying
degrees.
straight. Use your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees. Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
Climb to 5,500 feet. I still don't know how far off the ground I am. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. So this is my knots. Maybe I just can't see this altitude indicator. Yeah, but it doesn't tell me though. Like I know now that you said it, but
Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude.
thanks.
Technically,
I bet
that
my next
counts
one's
as a
better, too.
takeoff, but I bet your next one will be better.
gotta see. Well, we gonna fly anyway. Don't tell the passengers. Like the lawyer, they appoint you when you can't afford one. Dead stick landing. Focus on yoke to land. Focus on the yoke only.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only.
Right.
We're close enough to the runway to
65
land
knots.
safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around
Gotcha.
65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast.
Maintain 65 knots. Whoa. 65 knots. Align with the runway.
Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
You can't turn this thing. Oh, we're about to crash.
We're coming up on flare height.
Try that
Resist the
thing again.
temptation to...
65 knots. It's because she said
For this
only focus on the
landing
yoke. I'm
exercise,
touching all these
I
other
want you to
stuff.
focus on the yoke only. We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast.
Now why is it telling me to focus on the yoke only? Okay, so this is the yoke. Up, down on the yoke. Align with the runway. It just looks like I'm aligned with the runway.
Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing.
Because it's a simulator.
but
I don't know what I'm
without ever
talking about,
leveling
but this
off
is
or
it.
climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
Coming up on flare height. Resist.
We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Yeah, she said resist the temptation to pull back. I'll try again.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only. We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots.
Only
Pitch
the
down
yoke
if you're going
only.
too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast.
Stay aligned with the runway. Stay aligned with the runway. Stay aligned with the runway.
airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the
Come
runway,
on.
it's time to
There we
flare.
go.
To flare
Oh.
means to raise the
Come
nose of the
on.
aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
Resist the temptation to pull
We're
back.
coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back
Just above
slightly
it.
on the yoke to aim the nose
Control
just
until
above
aircraft
it.
touches. Just above it. Just above it. Just above it. Just above it. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
Nice. Now apply the brakes
Yeah,
to slow us
baby.
down and
Out
bring
here
the plane to a
landing
stop.
planes. Bro,
Well done.
Xbox
But there's
tracks
room
your
for
tracks your
improvement.
time.
Keep in
I get
mind
enough
that
hours
approaching
in
the
on this
runway
flight
at the right
simulator.
speed is key to a good
They might let
landing.
me do something. How many hours you got in your flight simulator? I got 3,600 million, bro. Let me pull up my Instagram pull up my 2K stats real quick. Alright. Airline training. Bush pilot. This is what I really want to do. I want to be my own airline. Takeoff and landing is the only thing you gotta learn. Yes, here we go. How many passengers we got? Yeah, I checked my bro. I checked my 2K stats, like how much time I spent on 2K. 32 days. That's outrageous. 24 hours times 32 just on this 2K. Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I'm assuming it's calculated by hours, but that's just ridiculous. I just don't even believe it. Like, I got 90 hours in
Perfect weather
No
for a
Man's
flight
Sky, and
out
I
of
thought that
East
was a
Côte
lot.
d'Azur, don't you think? We're on runway 22 left, and we're cleared for takeoff. Taking off in an A320 obviously
Right.
requires more speed and a longer
Yeah, I don't believe
runway
it.
than a single-engine prop plane.
That's what I
But
said.
luckily,
24
we
times
have some
32
extra
hours.
tools at our disposal to make
That's
the
a whole
job
month.
a little easier.
I spent the whole
once
month
we're
on 2K
airborne.
straight.
For starters, the auto
That's
thrust
what I
manages
mean.
engine power to maintain a target airspeed. Autopilot
Didn't
will
sleep.
keep us on track with navigation, and the fly-by-wire system lets us maintain a consistent attitude without needing to make constant adjustments. When I give the word, you're going to execute a straight-out takeoff. After you complete the initial climb, I'll take the controls. But first, check the MCDU for our reference speeds. I already typed in today's numbers. The rotation speed, VR, is
Take a look at the
131
PFD real
knots.
quick.
I'll call out when we reach it. Take a look at the PFD now. Then, once we hit VR, you just need to begin a gentle rotation by pulling back on the side stick. Don't exceed
The
10
thrust
degrees
levers.
until you've lifted off. Next, let's review the thrust levers. We need to be aware of 3 different detents. Use the climb detent labeled CL on your throttle to automatically manage the thrust for the remainder of the flight. Toga to take off at full power on short runways or when performing a go-around. And for today, FLX MCT for a reduced thrust takeoff. We reduce thrust at takeoff to
Let's
preserve
monitor
our
the engine
engine life
parameters
and
real
save
quick, make sure
fuel.
we're all
Now
good.
let's monitor the engine parameters. As you can see on the engine warning and
Alright,
system
let
display,
me take out the
I
parking
applied the
brake.
parking brakes earlier. Okay, we're ready to go. Apply half forward side stick. Then
Move
both
thrust levers forward
gently
to
forward
50%.
to 50% and 1.
Can I grab both at the same time? Oh, 50. 50. Yeah. Come on, 50.
Then
I
move
want
them to the flex
50.
detent.
I want 50. Boom. Move thrust levers to selected takeoff. Thrust. What's this? Oh, I probably shouldn't have messed with that. Move. Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah. Sorry, folks. Try again next time. I didn't even know he was going yet. It makes sense. I released the parking brake and then start hitting the thrusters and never looked up.
Perfect weather for a flight out of Nice Côte d'Azur, don't you think? We're on runway 22 left, and we're cleared for takeoff. Taking off in an A320 obviously requires more speed and a longer runway than a single-engine prop plane. But luckily, we have some extra tools at our disposal to make the job a little easier once we're airborne. For starters, the autothrust manages engine power to maintain a target airspeed. Autopilot will keep us on track with navigation, and the fly-by-wire system lets us maintain a consistent attitude without needing to make constant adjustments. When I give the word, you're going to execute a straight-out takeoff. After you complete the initial
All right,
climb,
I already checked the
I'll take the
MCDDUs.
controls.
We're already
But
out.
first, check the MCDU for our reference speeds. I already typed in today's numbers. The rotation speed, VR, is 131 knots. I'll call out when we reach it. Take a look at the PFD now. Then, once we hit VR, you just need to begin a gentle rotation by pulling back on the side stick. Don't exceed 10 degrees until you've lifted off. Next, let's review the thrust levers. We need to be aware of 3 different detents. Use the climb detent labeled CL on your throttle to automatically manage the thrust for the remainder of the flight. Toga to take off at full power on short runways or when performing a go-around. And for today, FLX MCT for a reduced thrust takeoff. We reduce thrust at takeoff to preserve our engine life and save fuel. Now let's monitor the engine parameters. As you can see on the engine warning and system display, I applied the parking brakes earlier. Okay,
flying.
we're ready to go.
We
Apply
did it.
half forward side stick. Then move both thrust levers gently forward to 50% and 1. Then move them to the flex detent.
Move thruster levers to selected takeoff thrust. MCT or toga detent. I don't know what it wants me to do. Move thrust levers. Where's the thrust levers? Pinch. Is this a thrust lever? What is a thrust lever? Landing gear. We still flying? Yeah, nice and slow like I like it. Alright. Move thrust levers to select takeoff thrust. Throttle. Where I don't know where the thrust levels are. Flaps lever. Speed brakes. I already performed the takeoff. That's because I did it too soon. Now I got to redo it. It's alright. I can fly now. I know how to do it. It should give me a hint or something. It's crazy. I'm not getting no hints. Speed brakes, engine mode. I need to go back to the training airspace?
You've left the training airspace. You need to go back.
I did the lesson. I ain't doing it again. I know how to fly. Now I just need to practice landing. Alright. Airliner training. Landing. Yep, and then we're just gonna wait till I got my own airline, parkour airline. It's gonna be something like Kevin Hart's, but way better. A little bit better than Soul Plane. All the class and all the
We're on course for a visual landing approach into Nice Côte d'Azur. Auto thrust is going to handle power management, so our main objective is to control the pitch to stay on the glide slope. The beauty of fly-by-wire means you only need to use the stick when you want to make attitude adjustments.
Okay.
Alright, as long as auto thrust is on, the speed will be automatically managed.
Focus on the trajectory.
Throttles should stay in the climb detent. Just focus on the trajectory. Remember, fly-by-wire doesn't need a lot of corrective input. Just keep making small adjustments to pitch and roll as necessary. See the screw on the dash above the PFD? Use that as a guideline to keep us centered on the runway. For a visual approach, we have the track FPA mode activated. This will display the green velocity vector on your attitude indicator.
3 degrees.
Place it 3 degrees below the horizon to follow a 3-degree glide slope.
Below. So 3 degrees. It's looking like about 3. All right, everybody. We are coming down on Dijon runway. We'll be hitting the runway in about 4 to 5, maybe even 6 minutes. So make sure you can't. I actually don't know what to say here as a pilot. It's my first time, but I'm sure you can pull out your phones and get all the wonderful pictures out. Far left, you'll see whatever's over there. And if you look on the right side of the plane, if you're on the right side of the plane, you can see absolutely nothing. But nonetheless, we will for sure be landing in about 3 minutes, maybe
Look to the
even
right of the runway
4.
at the 4 colored lights called PAPI. They'll give feedback to stay within a 3-degree glide slope all the way down. If the PAPI shows 2 white lights and 2 reds, then we're on target. 4 white lights means we're too high. 4 red means we're too low. At 20 feet, pull back on the stick to kiss the runway.
Stay aligned with the runway. Wait, I'm not aligned? I thought I was aligned this whole time. It's so hard to know when you're aligned or not. Oh, too much.
400. 300.
Oh, we're gonna drown.
200.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Turn the nose.
We're getting close to the threshold. Now shift your focus down to the end of the runway.
I'm on the wrong side.
Listen for the
The wrong
computer calling
runway.
out retard, then set thrust to idle.
I didn't get any of the objectives. They always say focus on the end of the runway. I mean, land at the very beginning.
100.
Oh.
60.
Oh, we were doing great.
40.
We were doing so good.
Time to
so
flare.
good.
20.
Oh.
Retard.
Oh. 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 No, we ain't got nothing like that.
20.
And we definitely failed the challenge, though. Yeah. It's been a long time coming, everybody. Sorry you had to choose this flight. You was right. I'm tripping. If you didn't know by now, I jumped out the plane 10 minutes ago.
We're on
I don't know
course for a
about you.
visual landing approach to East Coast d'Azur. Auto thrust is going to handle power management, so our main objective is to control the pitch to stay on the glide slope. The beauty of fly-by-wire means you only need to use the stick when you want to make attitude adjustments. Alright, as long as auto thrust is on,
Staying aligned
the
is
speed
so
will be
hard.
automatically managed. Throttles should stay in the climb detent. Just focus on the trajectory. Remember, fly-by-wire doesn't need a lot of corrective input. Just keep making small adjustments to pitch and roll as necessary. See the screw on the dash above the PFD? Use that as a guideline to keep us centered on the runway. For a visual approach, we have the track FPA mode activated. This will display the green velocity vector on your attitude indicator. Place it 3 degrees below the horizon to follow a 3-degree glide slope.
3 degrees. I mean, if that's 10, and this gotta be 3. Oh yeah, you're off tomorrow, ain't it? My dog. What? Oh yeah, are you and Cam going? Okay.
1,000.
That's dope. Yeah.
Look to the right of the runway at the 4 colored lights called PAPI. They'll give feedback to stay within a 3-degree glide slope all the way down. If the PAPI shows 2 white lights and 2 reds, then we're on target. 4 white lights means we're too high.
Oh yeah, that's this
4
Sunday
red
coming up,
means we're
right?
too low. At 20 feet,
In Philly?
pull back on the stick to kiss the runway.
Nice.
But be careful to avoid a tail strike. Yeah, still can't beat a good cookout. A little grill with some good peoples.
What, that's Tuesday. You're off that Wednesday. You got anything specific you wanted to do? Yeah, weather permitting. True.
We're getting close to the
Yeah.
threshold. Now shift your focus down to the end of the runway. Listen for the computer calling out retard, then set thrust to idle.
300.
Oh my goodness, why is this wobbly like that?
200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30.
Time to flare.
20.
Touch the ground. Touch the ground.
Retard. Five.
Now return the side stick to neutral. Spoilers and auto brakes are activated.
No. Oh man. Crashed again. Let's see here. Activities, discovery flights, flight training, landing challenges. Can I just fly without the flight training though? I already know how to fly. Professional. We got 0 the airline training done. Crazy. Alright everybody, that was basically the tutorial. We died a million trillion gazillion times. I don't even know if that's a number, but make sure you stay tuned in for the next time we're on the flight simulator, and I'll take you for a flight for real next time. Come back, learn a little bit more. I appreciate y'all watching with me. It's T Parks. Make sure you follow us on all social medias. Parkour TV on YouTube, Parkour TV on Facebook. If you want some dope merch, I got some on right now. You can check it out. parkourtherapy.com/athletic apparel, or you can check us out on Instagram, Parkour Athletic Apparel, Facebook, Parkour Apparel. Go check us out. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure y'all check us out next time. I got a bunch of videos, a bunch of games, so make sure you just go ahead and watch them. I love y'all. Peace.